Hey friends, in this one we're going to talk about what it will really take to get the Republicans to sign on to the immigration reform bill, the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021, that will bring a pathway or create a pathway to citizenship for 11 million undocumented people. If you're interested in hearing what those strategies are, watch this video. Now, the first thing is this. Senator Menendez out of New Jersey is the sponsor of this bill. And as of today, January 22nd, it has not been formally introduced in the U.S. Senate yet. However, the senator is making his rounds with various news outlets, and he's talking about this reform bill that he will introduce very soon, hopefully. And one of the things that he's been talking about is how in the world is he going to convince Republicans in the U.S. Senate to sign on to this immigration reform bill. Although he is optimistic that he can get the job done, he also acknowledges that it will be tough, it will be a Herculean effort or task. Nonetheless, he thinks that he has strong, solid arguments for his Republican colleagues to sign on to this bill. Back in 2013, immigration reform did in fact pass the U.S. Senate, and it died in the House at that time because the Speaker of the House refused to bring the immigration reform bill to the floor for a vote. So it never happened. It died in the House. Fast forward to where we are today, and we have a House that is democratically controlled, a Senate that is democratically controlled, and a White House that's also run by a Democrat. He makes the argument that the dynamics are different, although he acknowledges that in order to overcome, at least 9 Republican senators will need to sign on to this measure. His strategy is based on 3 primary arguments that he's going to make to his Republican colleagues. So his first argument is that comprehensive immigration reform is a moral issue. It's not right to have 11 million plus individuals living in the dark and living in fear that ICE could come knock on their door one day and separate them from their family, when in fact under the coronavirus pandemic, as we've all seen, essential workers are overwhelmingly undocumented individuals who are working at supermarkets or doing farm work to bring us our food, or folks who are delivering essential items to us during the pandemic. And so he makes this argument that it is a moral issue. The second argument that he makes is that it's in our national interest to bring these individuals into the light rather than keep them in darkness. Third argument that he makes, it is in the economic interest of the U.S. to bring individuals into the light. He mentioned in the interview that back in 2013, the Congressional Budget Office, CBO, did a report to estimate what is the likely impact of that 2013 immigration reform bill. And according to that report, our deficit would have been reduced by $850 billion, and the economy would have grown by $1.5 trillion, and that also $300 billion would be added to the Social Security Trust Fund. So those are the 3 primary arguments that the senator is using or advancing to convince at least 9 Republicans to join with this effort. And again, back in 2013, they had passed that other measure, that other immigration reform bill. So that was pretty tremendous. And obviously some of those Republicans who supported the 2013 measure is no longer in the U.S. Senate, like Senator McBean. Meanwhile, others like Marco Rubio, Lindsey Graham, others who had supported it back then are now pretty much on the fence and are speaking against this current measure. So the senator acknowledged that there's a lot of work that needs to be done, but the circumstances are there to have success. So let's continue to watch this unfold. If you guys enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.